Hi everyone, it's Stephanie from Inspire Me. I am coming to you live from my new office. I think this might actually be one of the first lives from the new office. It's still not quite done, as you can see behind me where this big empty space is. Those are supposed to be my built-in cabinets, which are a work in progress. There's the rest of the office. So I'm just gonna give it a few minutes and sorry, dogs, and let everybody join in. In the interim, I am going to flip the camera around and get it set up so that we can start crafting in just a moment. Sorry, apologize for the dogs. Until I get a door going in here, I can't really filter that. So let's see how much I can adapt this. A little tight on space here. That's okay. We'll make do tonight. If you're joining, make sure you say hi, leave me a comment. Hi, Melissa. And we will get started. So this is the September paper pumpkin kit. It's called Bon Appetit. And this was one of the kits that you could order. And as you can see, I haven't opened it yet, so I'm actually just going to snip the tape there. So for those of you that don't know, Paper Pumpkin is a subscription kit. It's available in a couple of different options. There is a monthly option that is delivered to your door every month that you can opt out of if you choose. There's also prepaid options in 1, 3, 6, and 12-month varieties. And with Paper Pumpkin, like I said, you can opt out for a month. So if you knew, for example, that October's kit is going to be a Christmas kit and it's not something that interests you, you could skip that month and pick up in November. So this was September, and I knew it was going to be a Halloween themed kit. And as I have 3 kids, Halloween is always a hit in my home. So as I mentioned, the October and November kits are the September and October kits, I should say, are Christmas kits. So the first kit is going to be cards, and then the second kit, which is going to coordinate with the first kit, is going to be gift tags with 4 different designs. And of course the boxes are super cute. So if you want to subscribe, I will leave a link in the comments after the video tonight, and you can check it all out. And of course, if you have questions, feel free to ask along the way, and I will do my best to answer those for you. So every month the Paper Pumpkin gets delivered. Each kit contains everything you need to create the project within. You really don't need anything extra other than a pair of scissors. They don't have to be special scissors, they just need to be something that's going to cut any ribbon or twine that might be in the project kit. So for this particular project, we've got a ink spot. So these are 1x1 ink pads. You can see the pad in there in our Stampin' Up! Colors. So this is Gorgeous Grape. These do come in full-size ink pads if you don't like the Stampin' Spot once you decide you want to continue crafting. Otherwise, the spots are a great way to build up your ink collection and get a lot of different colors. The stamps included in a Paper Pumpkin kit are photopolymer stamps. So they are completely clear, and they just peel off the little acetate sheet, and then they get stuck onto a clear acrylic block, which looks like this. The very first time you order a Paper Pumpkin kit, you do get a block included in your kit, but that only happens for the very first one. After that, the assumption is that you have your blocks, so then you're just going to get the stamp sets and the ink. So of course, because I've subscribed to Paper Pumpkin for quite some time, I don't have a block in my kit, but of course I do have my own block that I'm going to use. And as I mentioned, they just peel off the acetate back, and then they literally just static onto the block. Great thing about the photopolymer stamps, if you've never used them before, you can see where you're stamping. So I would ink up the saying here, turn it over, and I can see exactly where on my paper I'm going to stamp that image. We always have cute little tissue paper. It's black this month for Halloween. And inside is the kit itself. So I'm gonna move the box out of the way. Okay, so for the September kit, it is treat packaging, which the sneak peeks had all told us it was going to be. So September's kit is 20 treat boxes, and the picture on the front is the pre-designed layout for those treat boxes. That's not to say that you can't mix it up if you decide to do that. So if I flip this over, you can see right there, there's all the supplies I'm going to need to create the kit. So let's go ahead and open those up. So like I said, the kits do come with everything you need, including adhesive. So you don't even have to have adhesive. You don't have to be a crafter. Anybody can really follow the instructions that come in a paper pumpkin kit. And when I say instructions, so this beautiful little color flyer that tells you what's inside actually opens up and becomes step-by-step photo instructions for you to be able to assemble the pieces inside. And then there is some additional details on the back. So we have these cute little boxes in 2 different designs. So this one is black with pumpkin pie foil polka dots. And then we have black and pumpkin pie stripes. And the pumpkin pie has a metallic twinge to it. So it's quite fetching in the light. I don't know if the light's catching that on the video. So then we also have cute little tags that are again trimmed in the pumpkin pie foil. We've got some whisper white tags, and again, I don't know how well the camera's picking these up. So these tags actually just punch right off the paper. I try not to pop them off until after I've stamped because it's easier to stamp on a larger image or having it secured in the pop-outs than it is if I were to punch them all out and then stamp. And again, we have some gorgeous grape and some basic black tags. They're white on one side and then the color on the other, and there's actually 2 sheets of those. And then we have some cute little stickers of skeletons and hands. And there are 2 sheets of those. And these, again, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick these up. These are what we call vellum. And they're just circles. There's nothing on them, but again, they just pop out. They're pre-cut, but it's a lighter weight, translucent paper. So if I were to put this down, you can see the box through there. So it's just a great accessory to your crafting. And then we've got these awesome laser cut accessories with spider webs, and in the center of that spider web is actually a little skull face. And then there's a couple more of the little tags that we might need, or maybe they're tombstones actually. And then these are the adhesives that I was talking about. So these are actually double-sided adhesive dots, or glue dots as they're fondly referred to. And they just peel off the acetate, stick it to your project, and then the backing peels off. And I will show you how to use those in a moment. And then there are some little mini black clothespins and some mini black dimensionals. And a dimensional, if you've never used them before, is like a little piece of fun foam almost that's got adhesive on both sides. And again, you're just gonna peel it off the back, stick it to your project, and then peel off the front of the dimensional. And it gives just a popped up look to the image or the tag that you're using. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna make one of each of these boxes. So you can follow just the look of it on the front, or you can open it up and follow the step-by-step instructions. So step number 1 is to assemble the boxes. So let's pick one of each. And they are all pre-scored. Again, not sure if the camera picks that up. There we go. I'm just gonna pop that out. You can see how easily it came into shape. And then the bottom, if I fold this little piece up first, and then each of the sides, and then this one just fits inside like that. There we go. There's our first little box. And these are very much like Timbit boxes. If you're Canadian, you know exactly what I'm referencing in terms of a Timbit box. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to fold the fronts in, and then I'm going to fold the handles back, and then you pinch them together and feed the little tabs through the slits on the side. Maybe. There we go. So there's box number 1. How adorable is that? I mean, you could put super cute little treats in there. You could maybe do like a scavenger hunt or an advent type kit for your kids if you wanted to do like a countdown to Halloween. Those would be cute for that. They'd also make good table toppers for your Thanksgiving table, or if you're having a Halloween party, make good little thank you gifts for that. So that's one of the stripe boxes. Let's do up one of the polka dots as well. And again, same thing, it's pre-scored. So we're just going to give it a fold along the score lines. And I'm going to pop that there. There's our one little box. Fold and fold. And we're going to pop that through the sides here. There's 1 and 2. There we go. So now we have one of each of the boxes ready to go. So let's move on to step number 2. I'm just going to move some of these extras out of the way. All right, so step number 2 says to stamp sentiments on the labels, stamp skulls on the purple tag. Okay, so we want the purple tag and we want sentiments on the labels. Now, if I look at the front of the paper, it actually shows that they've used the Bon Appetit saying, and you can see the little purple skulls that they reference stamped on the purple tag. But because we're using one of each of the boxes right now, I'm going to use 2 different greetings. I'm going to use the Bon Appetit and the Toxic Treats. So let me get my labels. And I'm going to use, you can use a piece of paper underneath your stamping. I'm going to use the sheet of cardboard that comes in the kit just to smooth out the table underneath. All right. So I could stamp in the Happy Halloween that I've already got on the block, but I think I'm going to stick to what the recommended is. So I'm going to put that back on there. And let's see. So here's the Bon Appetit. And to open the Stampin' Spot, I find if you just, there's a perforation along the label. I'm just going to score it and run my scissors across. And then the lid just pops up. You could take the lid all the way off. I find I only need to do the one side. And then you're just going to ink up your stamp. And as I said, you can see where you're stamping, so I'll try not to get my head in the camera here. You want to go straight down and straight up. You don't want to rock your stamp ever. And this is what's going to happen if you rock your stamp. So if I put my stamp down and I rock it, oh, and of course it didn't do it, you're going to get an edge, or it's going to blur a little bit, and it's not going to be the sharp image that you want. So that's why you don't rock your stamp. With a little stamp, it's not so bad, but with the bigger stamps, it can actually be quite detrimental to your project. So there's our Bon Appetit, and then these are all water-based inks. So they clean up really, really well. We do have this lovely little purple cloth. It's called our Stampin' Chamois, and you just wet it, and then you can rub your stamp on it, and it comes clean. You can tell mine's really well loved. You throw it in the washing machine, it cleans right up. The black doesn't come off so well, especially because I use Stays On as well as Memento ink. But the other colors come off no problem, and then you're good to continue with your cleaning. So next I'm going to stamp the Toxic Treats. Don't forget to share the video and comment to let me know that you're watching. And again, I'll try not to get my head in the screen. Sorry. All right. So that one's a little bit crooked, but that's okay. So there's no right or wrong when you're crafting. It's all what you want to do. And you know what? The small errors just make it that much more personable. You want people to know that you made this and take pride in the fact that you made it. All right, so there's our Toxic Treats, and I'm going to grab the little skull from the stamps here, and again, same thing. We're just going to stick it to the block, and it said the purple tag, so let's grab the purple tags. If you're watching, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know you're here. All right, so we've got our purple tags. Sorry, they're Gorgeous Grape. They coordinate with the Gorgeous Grape ink. And we're just going to randomly stamp our skeleton on the tag. Don't be afraid to stamp off the edges because it does make it look a little bit more natural, because nothing is ever perfectly centered on your tags. Go. So there's our image. So I'm just going to pop that out. As I said, it's all pre-cut. All you have to do is literally pop and go. So let's work on this guy first. So we're going to finish our tag here. So this white circle is actually the vellum circles that I talked about. So again, I'm just going to pop one of these out. So again, it's that translucent paper, and then we've got our little dancing skeleton dude here. There might actually be 2 vellum circles on there. Let's see what the instructions say. Nope, just the one. All right, so just the one. So let's go ahead and get our adhesive dots going. Like I said, they're double-sided, so you just want to peel it off the acetate and stick it to the paper. And then when you're ready to actually adhere it to the base, you're going to peel off that top layer of the dot, and you're going to stick it down. Now the trick with vellum is that adhesives tend to show through it. So you want to try and place your adhesives where they're going to be covered by another element, or try and find an adhesive that doesn't show through as badly. Glue dots are actually pretty good for that because they're small and they're not as imposing, we'll call it. So let's pop out one of our little skeleton guys here. Oh, and I was wrong. I thought these were actually stickers. They're not. So they're just die cuts on a sheet of cardstock. So there's our little skelly dude. And we're gonna stick him on there and see if I'm strategic about it. I can get both his arms to cover those glue dots so that I'm not going to see them when we're done. So I'm going to flip him over, and again, I'm going to use the glue dots. We're just going to heal, so I'm going to put one there. everybody having a good night? It's Thursday. Any plans for the weekend? Are we ready for Thanksgiving next weekend? Let me know what your plans are. I will be hosting Thanksgiving on the Monday for my side of the family. And on the Saturday, I will be going to my sister-in-law for Thanksgiving. And it will likely be a somber day. I think we'll try and have some fun, but it is the first holiday since my father-in-law's passing. So it's bound to be rough. I'm sure there will be some laughter and some tears, but we are going to make the best of it. And then on the Sunday next week, we're hoping to get to the Rockton Fall Fair, which is the biggest in Ontario. So there we go. There's our little skelly stuck to the tag. And then we're gonna pop this guy out here. And I'm gonna use the dimensionals to pop that up. Now I could actually have used the dimensionals to pop the skeleton up, but I'm gonna be a little bit different here. So again, you just peel the backing off, and now it's sticky. It's gonna stick on there. So you can decide where you want that to go. Do you want it straight? Do you want it sideways? Do you want it angled this way? I think I like it that way. So there's our little tag. I'm gonna hold that up so you can see it better. So there's our little skeleton dude. He's super, super cute. I love him. And then we're gonna pull out the instructions again. So we've assembled our tag. Now we need to go to step 5, which says adhere the die cut hands to the clothespin using the adhesive dots. And then we're gonna clip the tags to the treat boxes when we're done. So let's pull out a skeleton hand. And again, it just pops out. We're gonna pull out a clothespin. All right, now, I think it's probably easier to put the glue dot on the clothespin first, rather than on the hand and have to try and line it up. So if I put that on here, now I just peel the backs off again, and I can stick my hand on there, like so. There we go. And now we're going to use the clothespin to adhere the tag to the box. How cute is that? Adorbs, right? All right, so let's move on to box number 2, which we've sort of started, but let's finish it up. So we've stamped our toxic treats. Sorry, now we're going to get a black tag, another one of the vellum circles, the laser cut spider web, and we're going to get those all stuck together. So let's pull that out. So let's grab a black tag from our sheet of tags here. Don't forget to leave me a comment if you're watching. Let me know you're here. Ask questions. It's half the fun. I love when you guys interact with me when I'm live. Makes it a little more interesting so I'm not the only one talking. Well, I guess technically I am the only one talking, but at least I'm talking to you when you're asking me questions and leaving me comments. All right, so here's our laser cut skull spider web and my little vellum discs. We're gonna pull those back out, pop him out. All right, so let's go ahead and pull out our adhesive dots again. And if you're just joining me, these are double-sided adhesive dots that you just pull off the acetate here, stick it to whatever it is that you're trying to stick, peel off the back, and now I've exposed the adhesive and I can just stick that wherever I choose to stick it. In this case, sticking it to the black background. So again, as I mentioned, the adhesive does show through, so you want to try and strategically place that so that you're going to cover it with the other elements. So in this case, because this is so delicate, I'm probably only going to use a glue dot on the skull face because I can hide it a little bit better. And we're going to place that in the center. And then we're going to punch out our Toxic Treats tag that we've already stamped. And again, I'm going to use the Stampin' Dimensionals in black to pop that off the tag base. So again, just peel the back off, exposing the adhesive. And you're going to place that on your tag, like so. We're going to get another clothespin. And we're going to put some of the adhesive dots on the clothespin once again. So one near the bottom there. And one a little bit farther up. And we're going to get our hand. We're going to pop out another hand from the die cuts. We're going to peel the back off the glue dot. And we're going to stick that hand onto the clothespin. Just give it a good push, make sure it's on there nice and tight. And then we're going to pull over our black box and we're going to stick our tag to the handle of the box, like so. And there you have it. 2 super fun and super cute boxes for Halloween that you can make with your kids because they assemble so easily. They require no real thought. You don't have to try and come up with a design. The design is already there for you. And it comes right to your door, so you don't have to even go out and buy all the supplies. Everything you need, except for the scissors, like I mentioned, comes included in the kit. So you're going to get everything you need to make the project inside, including adhesive, dimensionals if you need them, inks, stamps. If you are a brand new Paper Pumpkin, subscriber, you're going to get an acrylic block to put your stamps on to be able to use them effectively. You are going to get possibly ribbons and bows and embellishments to use. Embellishments are things like clothespin or accessories that you use in your project. And the next Paper Pumpkin is our Winter Wonders. It will be a 2-piece or a 2-kit series, we'll call it. Series 1 is going to be 10 cards and envelopes, and that is the October kit. The deadline to get this kit is October 10th. You need to subscribe before the 10th in order to ensure that you receive this kit in the mail on or about the 15th of the month. November's kit, which will coordinate with the October kit, is 24 gift tags, 4 different designs, so 6 tags of each design that will coordinate with the cards you're going to make in October. And the deadline to subscribe to get this kit is November 10th. So it is always the 10th of the month is the deadline for Paper Pumpkin to ensure that you get that kit. It is also the deadline if you decide to skip a month that you need to skip by, or you're going to have that kit delivered to your door. So again, once I'm done here, I'm going to leave a comment or leave a link in the comments to my Paper Pumpkin site so that you can go on and take a peek and see what it's all about. And if you choose to subscribe, you can certainly do that. Alternately, there is the option, like I said, to get a prepaid kit. So, 1, 3, 6, or 12-month subscription. You do still have the luxury of being able to skip a month. So let's say you opt in for the 3-month subscription and you want October and November's kit, but you don't really want December, and then maybe you want January for some Valentine's themed items. you can do that. You can still skip on a prepaid subscription. So that is Paper Pumpkin. I do have some classes coming up. If you follow my Facebook page, that's usually where I post my events, but they are also on my website at www.inkspireme.com. There is actually a event this Saturday called Cocktails and Cards. We will make 3 projects. There will be a bar for some cocktails. I'll recruit my husband as bartender. He makes a really mean old fashioned, and we've seemed to have mastered the margaritas, so there might be some margaritas in the mix if that's your cup of tea, so to speak. There is also a cookie exchange and a card coming up in November, as well as my advent calendar class, which is already sold out, but I will be adding another date, so stay tuned for that. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is what we will be making. This is the Countdown to Christmas project kit, which is featured in the holiday catalog. It comes with everything you need to make these 24, sorry, I'm gonna get these little treat boxes out of there to give me some more room here. So it comes with everything you need to make 24 or 25, sorry, little drawers that pull out and you can fill with treats. There's the treats. And what I love about this project kit is, while I've gone ahead and assembled this as a Christmas kit, the drawers pull out and I could very easily turn it around and do a different theme on the other side because it's just white. I have not decorated the exterior of the project kit, so you could decorate that as well. You could turn it into storage for embellishments if you have a lot of embellishments that you don't know what to do with. It could be a jewelry box for a child. You know, they get that costume jewelry that always gets tangled. Well, this would be a good way to store that, and you could decorate it to meet their needs. Maybe you want to use something like the Magical Mermaid set. If your daughter's anything like mine, she's obsessed with mermaids, so that might be a good solution for that. So there is a lot of options to the Countdown to Christmas project kit that is in the holiday catalog. So yeah, stay tuned to my Facebook page and my website because, like I said, I will be adding another date since the first event filled up so quickly. And I will have lots of details for that. Hi, Stacy. So we're just coming to the end. I just demonstrated the October paper pumpkin. I know you're a subscriber, so if you haven't had a chance to assemble it yet, it is super duper cute. These are the cute little treat boxes that it makes. And then I talked about the upcoming kits for October and November. October is a card kit, so it's going to make 10 cards with envelopes, and then November, which will coordinate, will make 24 gift tags. So again, make sure you subscribe by the 10th of the month in order to get those kits, and I will drop a link in the comments with the information on how to subscribe. Oh, that's great, Stacy. I've only actually made the 2 that I did tonight. I have the rest of the stack to do, but I think I might recruit my kids to help me with those. They make great treats for Piper to take to school for her classmates. So I think I will do that this year. Anyhow, I hope everybody has a great night, and if I don't have a chance to talk to you or you don't have a chance to come out for my cocktails and cards on Saturday night, I hope you all have a very happy Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody.